Hello, everyone. My name is Jared Kettinger, and I welcome you all to our Railbookers presentation today on vacations to Italy by rail. Let's dive into the subject. So overall, what are we going to cover on today's presentation? Well, of course, we're going to cover several very amazing Italy destinations that you can travel to by rail, including Rome, including Cinque Terre, including Florence, just to name a few. And how we here at Railbookers can take the complexity out of planning, booking, and traveling throughout Italy by rail. So journey along with us. We'll also cover a couple of different items additionally, such as how we could be a single source for all of the components on the Italy journey. And of course, some special offers that might be available to you. Also, we do welcome any and all that are on the presentation today to click on the Take the Survey icon at the end of the presentation and send us your thoughts and feedback. We love to hear from you. So before we go too deep into the Italy topic, I do want to highlight what Railbookers is able to provide for you as travelers. Well, number one, a one-stop shop or single source for all of the components or almost all of the components on your next European journey, whether it's through Italy, whether it's through the UK, Ireland, Scotland, whether it's through France or Spain or Switzerland or Germany, just to name a few. What we do here is we bundle, plan, and organize vacation packages inclusive of the hotel stay, sightseeing and attractions and excursions and activities at the various places you'll be visiting, and of course the rail travel tickets and seating, accommodations, all of the above that we organize together as a single source for all of those items for your trips, where we plan day by day together for you. The trips are not so regimented that you are set with a certain itinerary. In fact, you are able to customize or tailor-make the itineraries to fit your travel needs just by letting us know what you're looking to do, what you're looking to see, and where you're looking to stay. It is worth noting that we have a menu of hotel options for you to select from 3 to 4 to 5-star options at the majority of our destinations, as well as a full menu of sightseeing options for you to choose from. So the first itinerary we'll be talking about today is our Gems of Italy journey. And I can't think of a better itinerary to start off with because it highlights some of the most popular Italy destinations, from Rome to the Como region to Cinque Terre, which is accessible by Sestri Levante, and then ending this itinerary in Sorrento. And you'll notice as we go through the presentation and highlight several destinations and several itineraries to said destinations, everything that is inclusive, including a private walking tour of Como. So you will be led through this incredible small town out on Lake Como, out in the northern area of Italy, where you'll have time to visit some of the local churches and historical stops. You'll go through the town square, you'll see the lake in front of you, and along the way you'll be guided by a local lead. From there you'll take the train in a very short ride, it's less than 2 hours, to Sestri Levante, which is a jumping off point to the Cinque Terre region, or the 5 towns right along the coast. What's very convenient is that Sestri Levante is a little bit bigger of an area, so you'll have a menu of hotels to choose from. Cinque Terre itself is a great place to visit, but the hotel options are a little bit more limited, where Sestri Levante, given a bigger town, given a bigger area, you'll have more choices. But during your stay in Sestri Levante, you will have the Cinque Terre rail and trekking card. What that is a multi-attraction pass that will give you train tickets to the 5 towns, or Cinque Terre. You will have that attraction card that'll do just that, give you access to the local museums, some of the more historical areas. The trekking card will also provide a shuttle service admission. The shuttle services will pick up from the train stations of each of the 5 towns and transport you into the more downtown area of that space. Also, the trekking card will give you access to the local Wi-Fi systems. And I'll say this is quite important, say what you will, the local lavatories as well. And Cinque Terre is an incredible region right along the coast. I'm sure you will be familiar if you've ever even just seen someone's background or screensaver on their computer, those beautiful uh, multiple buildings, colorful buildings that climb right up the side of the waterfront. That is Manarola, and you'll get to visit Manarola and Coniglia and Monterosso and all the others in the area. So yes, so you'll see that our featured destination is Cinque Terre. It has been a particularly popular destination for folks to visit of late, and you can make sure that's included. From there, you will cap off the trip in Sorrento with a full-day guided tour to Capri and the Blue Grotto as a part of the overall journey. It is worth noting that whenever you see a map on a Railbookers presentation, such as this, one on our railbookers.com website, or even in one of our downloadable digital e-flyers or e-brochures, wherever there's a map with a bubble with a number in it, as you can see there, 3 Como, 3 Sestri Levante, 1 Rome, 3 Sorrento. That indicates the amount of overnights at a hotel, inclusive within the package. And then under what's included, you can see all of the different attraction admissions, where breakfast is highlighted, where some of the other services are included within the package. So it's easy for you to read. Next up, we have Milan, Florence, Cinque Terre, and Rome. Seeing a little bit of a trend here, folks. As we did highlight, Cinque Terre is our highlighted Italian destination of this presentation, but that does not, reduce the importance of any of the other destinations, such as Florence or Rome or Milan. And you will also notice a bit of a pattern, such as the private walking tour in Milan, very similar to the private walking tour in Como. We give you not only a visit to these destinations, but a more localized, private, guided experience. You can see the famous Duomo there. A fun fact that next to the Duomo is this big mall style area, this gigantic building that has many restaurants, many shops. You can actually enjoy a nice meal overlooking the Duomo, the church itself. I did myself just last month. It's a great experience. From there, you'll take the train to Florence, where you will have a small guided walking tour of the city, including admission to the Uffizi Gallery, with the incredible art that is highlighted there. One of the things to highlight beyond that highlight is the priority access. So not only do we give you a guided tour so that you will learn about the area, experience the area, immerse yourself in Florence itself, and an admission to the Uffizi Gallery, but you will get to skip any sort of long lines or admissions by having priority access. And I do always like to highlight that beyond the sightseeing that we include, beyond the train tickets to these destinations, we do include the hotel stay. And we allow you as travelers, as people booking with Railbookers, to choose where you stay. And one of the nice features of traveling with Railbookers is some of the access to the places, such as an apartment option in Cinque Terre. So you could stay in Sestri Levante, where you have hotel choices from 3 to 4 to 5 star, but you could also stay at a private apartment overlooking the water in Manarola, one of the 5 towns of Cinque Terre. So you have options if you want more of a corporate big box hotel by choice in Sestri Levante. You have options of staying in a local apartment, feeling like an Italian as you do so, a local Italian staying in an apartment as if you're living in Cinque Terre. And what will connect you between all of these destinations and more is the very convenient Trenitalia service. Trenitalia being the train system connecting all across Italy, from the northern part to the southern tip. It is very easy to travel throughout Trenitalia. The services are um, quite efficient. The tickets, we have many options for them, from standard or coach class all to business, first class, and more. There are some areas on the trains where you can purchase cappuccino or espresso, snacks, some luncheon services as well. And here you can see what traveling on board Trenitalia is like. Some dining services. You do not have to check in. The tickets that we will provide are just simple. You go and get onto the train. The conductor will come along as you get to your seat or shortly after departure. It makes it real easy to go from point A to point B throughout Italy. And as I just mentioned before, with the small guided walking tour in Florence, the admission to the Uffizi Gallery, and the skip the line-esque admission, where whether you are going throughout Florence to an art museum, whether you are going throughout Rome to the Colosseum, to the Vatican, or some of the other areas around Europe, some of the big attractions and admissions, we can include options for skip the line, quite literally making you able to access those admissions, those attractions much easier, such as a small group tour of the Colosseum and the Vatican. And as we close out our presentation today, I do want to highlight one of the luxury level items available through Railbookers, which is the Orient Express, the famed Orient Express. And folks, this is not a mock-up or facsimile of the Orient Express that, is detailed in movies and novelizations and made famous by books dating back hundreds of years, 150 years. This is the Orient Express. This train itself dates back 150 some odd years. And the service will connect you from Paris, where the train makes its departure. So we will include a night stay, a hotel stay in Paris, with admission to the Eiffel Tower and some of the other attractions in the area. And then you will board the train traveling through Switzerland, through the Swiss Alps, and along the way enjoying the onboard 5-star cuisine, 5-star luxury services. You can see the beauty of the train itself. Here is the inside, the meal services, included the alcohol that you can purchase, the dining in the cabin itself. So you will have meal services, lunch and dinner in the dining car, and meal provided right to your cabin on board the train, and then capping off the journey in Venice. So if you would like to do a little bit more of research on our products, whether it's different destinations, whether it's what Italy destinations we did not cover today, because there's so many, if there are different types of travel you would like to learn about, as well as the discounts, because we are regularly running specials, discounts, promotions. You can do that by jumping onto railbookers.com, where you can go on to the promotions or discounts page. You also can download our digital brochures, which will highlight different destinations such as Canada, such as the UK, Ireland, Scotland, such as extension options. So if you are booked on a Mediterranean cruise or a European river cruise, we often see folks utilize our product as extensions before or after that cruise travel. So ask yourself, what destinations are you considering for your next vacation? And if you have any questions at all, feel free to give us a call or go onto railbookers.com. And now will be the time for you folks to click the Take the Survey icon and do just that. As I said at the presentation, we love to hear from you. We love to hear feedback from our potential customers or past customers. And I do thank you for signing on to the presentation today, folks.